Could this be the ultimate golf drill that's about to fix your swing? Stay tuned for more. A warm welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I am using a little swing aid brought up from the gym that will allow you even more insights into how you need to feel the handle be negotiated during your swing motion. It's a canny little device. It's a bit of steel, obviously it needs to be fairly robust, not a golf shaft for the gym, but for you, you can get a golf shaft, just cut it a couple of inches below the grip, then stick a little loop on both ends. But what it allows us to do is really to give you some good concepts of what you need to feel on the tip of the shaft and on the butt of the shaft. From a setup perspective, are very different to an impact perspective. So when we are set up to the golf ball as a static setup, we are feeling that the club head be supported with the butt of the golf club. The club head is trying to droop onto the floor. When we then swing through strike, we really get a sense that the handle is trying to lift itself up because of that weight. With the use of the gadget, it allows us to really start to change the way we would feel this golf club work during our golf shots. So let me explain. So as I mentioned, we've got a loop at both ends. Today, I want us to focus on the loop below the grip. So all you simply need to do is get yourself a Theraband. Theraband is about 3 feet long without any load on it. And then poke the Theraband through the bottom. And then tie yourself a knot. When you've now tied yourself a knot, it can't pull through the loop at the bottom. Then what you want to do is now create a loop at the other end. Wrap it around your neck, push the golf club through the loop, and then pull it tight. Don't go too tight, or else you might cut the circulation off to your head. You then might pass out, and everyone around you will start to wonder what you're doing. So, there's the loop. Now, depending on how tall you are, will dictate how much tension and how long the band is. Now, to start with, I wouldn't go too tight, but you need it to feel tight enough so that the band is trying to pull the tip to you. So that's not quite tight enough, so I'm just going to push that down a fraction more so it shortens it up. And so now you can see that I've got more pressure. You can't feel it. You can certainly see that the gap between my neck and the golf club is the same, but because the band is shorter, it now puts more load on it. Now understand that at this point, the butt of the golf club is now very, very light. I'm not feeling anything in my left hand because the band is pulling the club head, as it would be, away from the pad of my left hand. Now, this sensation is foreign to a lot of golfers. And the reason why it's foreign is because this is inspiring a golf club head to rise up. A golf club head to rise up, and I'll demonstrate this in a moment. The golf club head to rise up. So as I now move the golf club handle inside, because the Theraband is pulling on the butt end of the grip, it would be the equivalent of when I swing this golf club back, that the golf club head would be propped up. So it's a nice, easy way of sensing how a takeaway should be. Because the golf club has a heavy end and a light end, as we lift the golf club up to the top of our backswing, what tends to happen, the right arm and I've got a series that I'm going to be bringing to you very shortly with the left shoulder and the right shoulder and how they work in a golf swing. As you start to move the golf club back, this sensation that the band is pulling the head up is one that will stop the club head swinging in and under. I want to say a big thanks to my sponsors of the channel, GX Golf Gloves. If you are tired of paying too much for premium leather golf gloves, do go over and check out gxgolfgloves.com. These golf gloves are trusted by tour players and elite amateurs alike. You won't find a finer glove with better value than GX Golf Gloves. They offer many, many ways of purchasing in bundles and on a subscription method. So do go over and check those out. Use the code GOODCOACHING for 10% off the golf gloves. Big thanks to GX Golf Gloves. So the takeaway, these are really great gloves, by the way, crazy value, the money is insane. So as we take the golf club away, this Theraband that's pulling the club end up is the very feeling that we are also wanting to feel through strike. And I've had a lot of people say to me, Stuart, I really like your coaching, but I'm finding it difficult to apply. Now, whatever video you are watching for the first time, and if this is it, hopefully you might consider subscribing. But secondly, what I also like to encourage you to do is to go back and watch a lot of my content, because I'm trying to change the way you perceive the golf swing. I'm trying to change the way you think about the golf swing and not get caught up in a quick fix mentality. Understand that this is almost a way of life, how you think about the golf swing, and every time you go out and play, rather than this cycle of hope that you might go down another rabbit hole of trying to find a way to fix early extension or whatever it might be, your slice, your hook, etc. So this is part of the overall understanding of how the golf club works in the golf swing. So by the loop being on the tip of the golf club, as we push down and we take the golf club handle inside, you will feel how the club head is over here. Now, as you then move the golf club up to the top, what you are looking to feel is that the Theraband then wants to feel like it's going to be behind the grip, so that you really get a sense that the handle can come in, and as you lift the golf club up, you're then going to push the Theraband to the right. This is not really the main influence or the main feels of this drill per se. It's more for some takeaway. But then, as we start to move through strike and we start to move the handle back in, what you'll really feel is that the handle can move back in without this golf club head feeling like it's going to roll left. The club handle being down, the band pulling the head end up, allows you to then feel that you could get more in posture without running into the ground. So this Theraband on the tip end of the golf club is really great for takeaway feels and through impact. And the tighter you have the Theraband, the more you will feel how your wrist set will be upwards and not downwards. And I don't want to get into ulnar and radial deviation, because I hate that kind of chat, because it's so not golf friendly. So how we then interpret that with your golf swing, if the Theraband was pulling the head end up, as you take the golf club away, you can really sense how that takeaway would never swing inside. but you would never get to feel that. You'd never get to feel that unless you had the head end feeling heavier, because that's all the Theraband's done, right? It's made the head end heavier. And then when you're thinking about starting to get more in posture through strike, and this was really, drill was really inspired by a good client of mine, Neil. Saw him yesterday, and we were working on really changing the way this shaft works through strike. So big shout out to you, Neil. As we then work through and we've got the Theraband pulling the club head up, moving the handle down and inside really gives you the chance to start to feel like you can create some more postural angles, moving the handle down to get it to all line back up. But of course, this is only 2 points in the golf swing that Theraband drill with that gym kit will really inspire some takeaway feels and some impact feels that will allow you to stay more in balance, in posture through strike, get the club head moving away a little bit more so that you can sense some good takeaway and some good impact factors. I'm going to bring you a video with the Theraband attached to the butt end. That's going to be coming at you in the days to come. And I've got a great video series coming up on the right shoulder and left shoulder. So if you've enjoyed this, do consider subscribing. 60% of you are not subscribed to my channel. I'm really looking to bring you more and more content that's going to make you play the best golf of your life. I hope you've enjoyed that. I think you'll find, as usual, that's good coaching. And I'll see you next time.